Do they bully you? Do they?
No, they don't.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They respect the fact that I know about computers.
Yeah, it's fun to watch our professors struggle with their computers. Yes, I'm calling you out. Anyway, okay, cool. Good morning. I'm up earlier than I should be. This is Maria Garcia. I am a UAH College of Engineering ambassador, and I'm studying mechanical engineering. Today, we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kim Shu. I'm a lecturer in the mechanical engineering department. I've been at UAH full-time for, this is my second year, but I've been doing part-time since 2017. My background is in computing, actually, which is pretty interesting to be in the mechanical engineering department.
Wait, okay, cool. So I actually remember you from one of my previous classes, but what are you currently teaching, or is there any class that you remember really well when you were teaching it a few years ago?
Well, this semester I'm only teaching numerical methods. So normally I would teach two different courses. I teach the Intro to Programming class and this one. So it's kind of cool to be able to focus my attention on just one class.
Does that make it easier on the grading or memorizing people's names or getting to know the students?
Well, I'm actually horrible at memorizing names and faces. But it is, I get to focus and I know exactly what's going on more than when I have to worry about grading, because my other class tends to be a lot more hands-on, and this one has a lot of just moving parts. So I get to focus on keeping those parts moving. Clarify?
And yeah.
Well, it's just because this has labs and the labs have a lot of detail in them, trying to make sure that all 5 labs and all 2 lectures are kind of in the same place.
In sync, right?
Yeah.
In sync. Okay. Cool. Okay. If you were to rate all of the engineering disciplines on like a totem pole, how would that go?
Ooh, I would anger a lot of people on the
Yes.
So I always joke that, everyone says, if it were hard to be, or it's not rocket science, as if rocket science is hard.
Right,
and
right.
So personally, I have some biases like, oh, come on, my husband does that.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Walk in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Well, everyone else put their own department on top, or most people did,
Yeah.
actually, which, bias, so.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
That's the
let's see.
outsider perspective here.
Yeah. So are you involved in any, like, industry positions or research positions, or have you in the past?
Of course, I did my research for my dissertation. Now I've been focusing more on student groups and service, things like that.
What kind of student group? Like,
Well, I am the advisor for Tau Beta Pi, the Engineering Honor Society, and we've started up an ASL club on campus, and I'm the advisor for
right.
that. So
That's right. That's amazing. Do you know ASL?
I do. That was part of my dissertation work, was learning sign language.
Oh,
So I
cool.
can help teach other people sign language.
Okay.
So I know enough to be a 3-year-old.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit more, but I'm a little rusty at this point.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard great things from Tau Beta Pi about, like, you being the advisor and stuff, so good for you. Excellent.
I try.
What hobbies do you have? Like, what do you do when you're not
Okay.
here?
I play water polo.
Is that the Marco Polo game, or is
No,
that...
water polo is kind of like a mixture of swimming. Well, it's obviously swimming, but
Okay.
it's kind of like basketball strategy, but with soccer goals, smaller soccer goals in the water. But yeah.
So I can't swim, so I avoid large bodies of water,
Yeah.
right? Is that where... How do you don't dribble, right?
No, you gotta swim. Well, you dribble, and you're not touching the ball. So the ball is between you, and you use the wake of your swimming to keep the ball moving forward. And then you pick it up, you pass it. You don't touch the ground. You have to swim the whole time.
So you use the whole body. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it's
Not
intense.
for me. Got you. Understood. Coffee or tea?
I don't drink caffeine. It really, I know. So tea. If I drink caffeine, I get really jittery and then I crash hard. So
Well,
I just don't.
Isn't that like the usual?
That's the point, but I don't like
Well,
that.
the crashing is
Yeah.
that we usually don't want to crash.
Yeah, so rather than having to continually maintain the caffeine, I just abstain. So, but if I need to stay awake, caffeine really works really well for me.
There's caffeine water. I've never tried
Yeah.
it. I feel like it tastes like dirt or some just
Yeah.
ugly oil. Like it just, I don't think it would taste good. But there's caffeine water.
I love
so
coffee, but I just can't because it just works really well.
Like just for the caffeine, or do you like the taste of
Oh,
it?
I like the Italian taste of it. Of course, I like
Excellent.
it very sugary and sweet.
Absolutely. So everyone told me like, oh, if you add sugar and cream and a bunch of other stuff to your coffee or your tea, then you don't like coffee or tea.
This is true.
And I said,
but I like
you're
sugar.
wrong. You're wrong. Like, yeah, I love sugar. I love sugar. Excellent. Okay, cool. Where'd you get your necklace?
Where did I get my necklace? I'm pretty sure this was Mom Prom, but it was made by Indigenous women for a fundraiser at some point, and it was in a goodie bag from an event I went to.
Do you have any advice for students who are coming into college in general, or if, they're having a hard time deciding between a discipline of engineering?
Those are multiple questions. Give me one at a time. All right.
The first one.
Advice for students coming into college. This is the thing that I tell all of my students like day one, because this is the advice from my mom I never took, which was go talk to your professors. Like,
Did you not do that?
no, never. I was too scared to admit I didn't know something. Don't be
Honestly,
scared.
real.
Yeah. So, like, the imposter syndrome is real. Everyone obviously is way more knowledgeable than me, so I can't admit that I don't know what they know. And so...
Real.
Yeah.
That's real.
So,
That's real.
I spent 4 years not going to my professors and not understanding things when I could have just, acknowledged that their professors are people who want to help. And yeah.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go see Dr. T. Also, I can't go because he has like office hour during the time that I'm like working in the engineering
Send him an
office.
email.
I know.
He loves to help too.
I'm sure he does,
Yeah.
but like, why am I not getting this? Like, why am I not the perfect student?
Well, because we're teaching at a certain level, and we don't know that you don't know, because nobody's asking us questions, so we can't.
Y'all should know. Y'all should feel the distress in the room.
Sometimes I do. There was a student last semester who I saw and so I would always look at him and like try to dig down, like I
hey,
try,
ask your question.
But even then, like I still don't know what you don't know, so. It's the one-on-one where we can really help in those situations. So,
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go ask. Okay, cool. Did you have a hard time picking like the discipline that you wanted to go into, or did you say all 4 years the same major?
oh
like,
gosh, no,
stubborn?
I wanted to quit all the way through.
Excellent. Yeah. Hey, real.
When I did my college search, I wanted to be a history major. I was going to study Elizabethan England.
Is that Shakespeare era?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I was a Shakespeare nerd. I did robotics in high school, my junior and senior year, because I wanted to go to Disney World.
Okay.
And through robotics, I realized that, okay, I do have an aptitude for this. Maybe it's not so bad after all. So then I applied for computer engineering originally.
What all degrees do you have?
I have bachelor's degrees in computer science and German. My master's is in human-computer interaction, and my PhD is in human-centered computing.
Cool. Okay. So for your bachelor's, you said you have like a German degree, and then you have your computer science degree. So how did those two merge while you were getting those?
Well, when I was getting them, it was mostly because I had been taking German so long, and my professor was like, you got to keep going. And I wanted to study abroad, so it was an excuse to go to Germany. And I did. I went to Austria and Germany at various points. And so it was just, and I came in with a lot of AP and dual enrollment credits. So I had a lot of freedom in my degree. So I could get them. I had the time. But it's been kind of my goal to merge my humanities and my STEM throughout everything, which is why I have these human and technology degrees. And I also got to do research in Germany through my PhD. Because I knew German, I could go and be the interpreter for my advisor and do research there and do interviews, qualitative research with Germans. But now the humanities really helps me because I have a background in educational technology. I know how technology should serve students and professors and make it technology easier, so I always make sure my classes are accessible. So I tag everything, I caption all my videos.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't hear.
So I try to make all barriers to students as invisible as possible. So it helps me with my course design. It helps me be more empathetic, I think. But it's also the fact that I think that engineering itself, it has this reputation of being, I am an island, and this is, is me and the technology. But if we want people to use our technology, we need to consider the human and the experience as well. So.
Good answer. Did you rehearse that?
No.
Did you? Excellent. It was great. Off the dome, off the dizzy. Amazing. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for answering all our questions. Will we see you at any of the eWeek events?
Well, I'm still free for lunch.
Free for lunch. Okay, so check your emails to see if you can take out a professor to lunch. It'll be, I think, up to 3 students, but check your email. Be on the watch out. Oh, I don't know what
Mom
prom is.
prom. Okay, so this is a dance where moms get to wear fancy prom dresses or grab out their wedding, whatever fancy dress, and go just be silly and dance for an evening.
Good. I always wonder what people do with like their prom dresses or with their
Yeah.
wedding dresses. It's like does it just sit there in the closet?
We go to the consignment sale, get a $10 cheap dress, and have fun.
Good.
Yep.
We need that. Honestly, I could use that.